This Valentine's Day season, I wanted to review a movie that embraces the holiday's cultural and commercial celebration of love and romance. Now, choosing a movie that hits you square in the feels is the obvious route here, but I didn't want to alienate any of my audience that don't have that special someone to get all lovey-dovey with this time of year. So, in typical Treso fashion, I chose a movie that's a little out in left field when it comes to a romance movie. But it is unique in the way that it reminds us that whatever our relationship status might be at the current moment, at least we're normal enough not to fall in love with and have sexual relations with a life-size dummy we found at the mall. Ugh. Yeah, that's right. I watched Mannequin, a movie that explores the love between a man and, you guessed it, his mannequin. So, what can we expect? Will this movie surprise us with the passion and romance of a typical Valentine's Day film? Or is this just simply a movie that's made by, for, and about dummies? Well, I guess we'll find out on this movie review from the Great White North.
The movies might be good or bad, but at least the reviews will be beauty.
Mannequin is a 1987 romantic comedy directed by Michael Gottlieb. Now, Michael Gottlieb isn't a household name, nor should it be, as his follow-up films to Mannequin were 1991's Mannequin 2, On the Move, and 1993's Mr. Nanny, starring Hulk Hogan. That's right, brother! Not one, but two movies about sexualizing mannequins in a person's filmography. It's insane. I mean, I guarantee you that when Mrs. Gottlieb sat her little son Michael down and told him to follow his dreams, I doubt this is what she had in mind. Little Michael making movies about his perverted mannequin dreams.
I guess all artists fall in love with their creations, but you just seem so special.
And you know, some of you out there might be like, hey Tress, I've been in a loving relationship with my mannequin for close to 10 years now. What gives you the right to say that's weird? And you know what? You're right. I mean, there's been movies about people falling in love with computer programs, aliens, and hell, even ducks. So, you know what? Whatever floats your boat, go for it.
Jeez, listen.
You know I would never bother you when you're getting a piece of wood.
Now, I'm not going to be the guy that's judging anybody's love life here, but I will say that the other portion of my audience is probably saying, hey Tress, why are you reviewing some weird obscure mannequin movie here? I mean, maybe you're the one that has a little thing for mannequins. Okay, you got me, maybe so. But I will note that 1987's Mannequin is far from being a weird and obscure movie, as it debuted at number 3 at the US box office behind Oscar-winning Platoon and comedy Outrageous Fortune, and made over $40 million in the United States and Canada. I mean, on an $8 million budget, that's a pretty darn good return.
Show me the money.
The only thing more surprising than this movie's box office success is its cast. I mean, our Romeo and mannequin lover is played by Andrew McCarthy, Brat Pack alum known for his roles in Pretty in Pink, Less Than Zero, and St. Elmo's Fire. And our mannequin is played by none other than Kim Cattrall. Yeah, the same Kim Cattrall that played Samantha in Sex and the City.
Oh, I'm Samantha. I have sex with everyone.
Rounding out the cast is our favorite Golden Girl, Estelle Getty, as our department store owner, and James Spader as our greasy, sleazy villain. So with all these fairly well-known actors in this film, it has to have some redeeming qualities, right? I mean, I know for a fact that not everyone attached to this project had a mannequin fetish. For instance, Kim Cattrall, she was into the older gentlemen, as referenced here with our 15th Prime Minister of Canada, Pierre Elliott Trudeau.
Loose skin and old balls, gross.
Alright, enough about Kim Cattrall and Justin Trudeau's sexy bald father, and on to the simplistic plot of this movie. The film follows Jonathan Switcher, a chronically underemployed artist who's had jobs ranging from making pizzas and selling kids balloons to assembling mannequins in a factory. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. I was thinking the same thing too. If this guy is so into mannequins, how the hell does he get fired from the mannequin assembly factory? Well, it's simple. He spent far too long obsessing over one mannequin, and the rest of the dudes in the factory got a little weirded out. And then they just decided that it was about time that they parted ways with this mannequin molester. But, you know, fortunately for our protagonist pervert, he does find a job at a failing department store, doing the thing he loves, dressing up mannequins. And wouldn't you know it, his favorite mannequin is there. Now this is where the movie really starts to take off. The goddamn mannequin comes to life. I know, but conveniently, she can only be seen when the two of them are alone, and everybody else, they just see her as a mannequin. So this kind of sets up the ongoing gag where our protagonist is continually caught in the act trying to fuck a mannequin.
Ooh, Switcher. You are one sick puppy.
I mean, trying to fuck a mannequin on multiple instances at work seems like another fireable offense. But old Jonathan is just so darn good at dressing up those mannequins and putting together excellent window displays. That might not seem like a big deal to you or me, but to the people of Philadelphia, where this movie takes place, watching department store mannequin displays might just be the most enjoyable part of their day.
Well, it's fucking exhilarating.
I mean, hordes of people are clamoring outside of the department store just to get a glimpse of mannequins. It's insane. But before you equate these actions to some sort of bizarre alternate reality, let's just remember this is the city of Philadelphia we're talking about here. In all likelihood, it's just a group of Eagles fans looking to be part of a winning team for once. At this point in the movie, the other department stores are starting to take notice of how one pervert and his special mannequin are taking the city of Philadelphia by storm. It would all be fine and dandy, but all of this mannequin monkey business has started to affect their sales. And I mean, if this pervert's decorating powers come from a magical mannequin, well, there's only one course of action they can take now. Separate the man from the mannequin. And you might think that's not that big of a deal, stealing another man's mannequin, but let me remind you, there's a community of internet neckbeards out there that would absolutely lose their minds if you even touched their anime body pillows. So, thankfully, our pervert protagonist saves the day and gets his mannequin back, leaving us just enough time in this movie so we can witness the magical marriage between a man and a once inanimate object. God, it's something you'd only really see on a creepy TV show on TLC. Now, if you stuck through this bizarre movie review and put up with all of this mannequin nonsense, I'm gonna let you in on the best thing about this movie, and the reason why 1987's Mannequin was nominated for an Academy Award. Ooh yeah, that's right. It's the cheesy 80s love ballad by Starship. My God, that song is an absolute banger. And this reviewer's reason for upping the score of Mannequin from a 5.0 to a 6.0. You've heard it here. And if you're thinking to yourselves right now, scratching your head a little bit, asking, did Tress just make me sit through a 15-minute movie review about a man-on-mannequin love affair just so he could recommend me a cheesy 80s love ballad? Yeah, I guess I kinda did. Happy Valentine's Day.